Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 2 of Effecty Film Friday, the green screen special. What green screens are, is you can stand in front of them and tell your program to take out anything that's green, leaving you with a blank background to put yourself in any situation. You can be in front of like a stylish background, or if you want to use it to take professional photos, or you can place yourself in weird situations, and I'll get more about that in this episode. But what green screens are, the actual material is a special type of cloth. The color is called chroma green, because chroma keying is what the technique is called when you remove the green in your software. That's why it's called keying out the green. And believe it or not, you do not just need to use green screen to chroma key. That's why sometimes you've seen maybe behind the scenes of actual films where they use blue screen, and even sometimes you'll come across something called pink screen. It doesn't matter really what the color is, as long as it's high in contrast and far away from your skin tone. You will achieve the chroma keying. Now, by far, the most important thing, no matter what color of cloth you are using, whether it be a green screen, blue screen, pink screen, anything, is lighting. Now this lighting is horrible. I would never use it to light this. I'm only standing back here because I cannot hold a green screen up against a green screen, because you wouldn't be able to see it for one thing, and my arm would be missing, and my body. You understand what I mean, because you're taking out anything that's green. So that's why you cannot wear any green clothing either. But lighting is the most important thing when lighting your green screen. I'm going to show you my lighting setup, and you really don't have to use my way, but anything that gets a even lighting surface across your entire green screen will do amazing things when you're trying to edit. Okay, so I have 2 lights on the ceiling, which light the top of my green screen and the floor of green screen. I also have 1 more on the ceiling to light me. Then we go down to the floor, and I have 2 kickers that light the bottom portion of the green screen and help to take out shadows also. Now, lighting your green screen is important, but you also have to hang it up, obviously. So I use these clamps attached to a nail and string, and it works very well. I just put those on both sides of the green screen, and it's worked for about a year now, and I recommend doing something similar. But also, about the lighting again, if you have lights turned on behind your green screen, they're going to show through. So go turn them off real quick, and you're one step closer. Now also, you need to get the wrinkles out. So I put duct tape on the floor, on the corners of my green screen, and then I use cinder blocks covered in tin foil, because they're dirty or something, and I press them really tight against the green screen, and it pulled down from the ceiling, and it gets out the wrinkles extremely well, and just keep them there for your just forever. It works very well, as you can see. There's hardly any wrinkles. And now you can see my green screen's at an angle, and that's because when it reaches the floor, it can't just be an abrupt edge. You need to have it curved like this. From this angle, you can hardly see that it's even like on the floor. It just curves very nicely and feathers in, I would say. Now, when you're shooting it, if you're going to do a full shot of your body, you need to turn your camera 90 degrees, so the footage ends up looking like this, and you can flip it around in your editor later. However, you need more green screen on the floor if you're going to do a full body shot, because there's shadows up this close, these cinder blocks get in the way, and you just need to stand closer to get the shadows out, but then your feet aren't keyed. Luckily, we can fix this with another green screen. So, set it up, put it over the cinder blocks if you're using what I'm using, and just straighten it out, get all the wrinkles out, and adjust your lighting if you need to, and basically, you'll test it out, and you can see that it's pretty nice. You have much more room to move, and everything is still pretty awesome. So I hope that helps you set up your green screen. Alright, so now that you know how to light your green screen, you need to know that you don't just need to use green screen or pink or blue screen to get the chroma key effect. I'm going to go over to the HD Green Screen Man to show you what other things you can use. Our first special guest on Effecty Film Friday. Take it away, man.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the HD Green Screen Man here, and I'm here to talk to you about chroma key. Chroma key literally means color removal, and that's basically what we're going to do. You can use chroma key in pretty much any video editing program, but today I'll be showing you how to do it in After Effects. You don't have to use a green screen. You can also use a green shirt or any other green cloth, like I did in my other video. Riley will post a link to it at the end so you don't have to pause the video right now. Basically, it works the same as a green screen except you're moving around, so you gotta make sure the lighting's correct so you don't get shadows, which are kind of hard to edit out. So for this, you can either change the color, like I did in my video, or you can use it same way as a green screen and change the background. Alright, so many of you are probably thinking, oh, if only I had a green screen, or a place that I could buy a green shirt, then I can make cool videos. You're wrong, because there's the sky that can act as a blue screen for you. And you can use it for short clips. I mean, you can't really film it in front of your whole body, but put your hand out, you can use it for something as long as planes don't go by or stuff. So if you don't have a green screen, that doesn't matter. You need to use what you've got, and eventually you'll come across better materials and stuff that'll help you. But for now, if you don't have a green screen or a green shirt, you can use the sky, and with the right software, you could key it out, maybe make like a cool Martian sky, or add like 2 suns or 2 moons. Do whatever you want. As long as you make videos and people watch them, you're on the right track, and you're going to get recognition someday. As long as you put your mind to it, and you stay creative, and you put out videos, and keep making them, and don't quit. Alright, once we're done filming, it's time to edit. So I'm going to import this footage into After Effects and show you how it's done. Okay, so I've imported my clips in After Effects, and I'm going to take the green screen one and drag it to the new comp. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into keying. You're going to eventually use color key, but I'd like to use a color correction first, just to make it sort of stand out. So then you're going to take After Effects color key. You can select this and bring the tolerance up, and then use Control D to duplicate, and then you can select the darker greens, and maybe duplicate it one more time for these lighter greens. And there, you got yourself a simple color key. So then, before we go into After Effects Key Light to sort of fix this out, we're going to go under Effect, Matte, and Simple Choker. And then we can drag it to the negatives to create an edge around here. So something like -35. Let's bring it a bit further. There we go. So you see we've got a good edge around here. We're going to go back down to keying, and then we're going to use the plugin Key Light. The reason why we're using color key and key light is because color key takes less time to render than key light. I'll add a background from, how about another video I filmed? There's my video of the sky. So we're going to exit out of that, and I'm going to show you how to do it with the shirt. Here I have bad lighting, so it might not turn out as good as I hope, but we can still use color correction. And if you want to, you can mask you can set a mask for an adjustment layer to get out these lighter areas. But for now, I'm just going to use color correction because that's what I have, and it's much easier. We're not going to be using color key. We're going to go to color correction and change to color. So we'll select the green, and then you can change it to whatever color you want. Let's do something more like pink. And there, you can change the color to whatever you want, and you can mess with the settings. And then this is what I did for my video where I changed the shirt color. Do whatever you want and play around with this until you get it perfect, and it should follow through the video. Okay, now if you don't have a green screen or a green shirt, I'm going to show you how to do it with the sky. But the clip I shot from the sky isn't very good, so bear with me. I'm going to take some brightness and contrast. You kind of wanted a solid color, so I didn't do a very good job of that. But basically, you're going to go into keying. You can use key light or color key, whatever you want. But select the color, and see mine's sort of like if you pick a day when the sky's clear, it'll look much better. So that is how you do a chroma key effect in After Effects. Remember, you can also do this with things like Final Cut, Movie Maker, iMovie, as long as you have the right plugins and stuff. But this was a fun tutorial. I'm the HD Green Screen Man, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more green screen stuff.
Alright, so if you are going to use the lights that I use, they're about $10 a piece at Home Depot, and I highly recommend them. So I have 5 of them, that's $50. So if you don't want to spend the extra $50 on lights, there is something else you can do. You can get your house lamps or anything like that, get like 2 or 3, and set them an even distance away from the green screen, so it's even lighting coming at you and the green screen. Now, obviously, there's going to be shadows and everything, but I'm going to show you a quick tip to get rid of that in After Effects. So now, obviously, if you're not going to be using those lights like I have, you're going to have these shadows right here, or some type of shadow, because it's not going to be very even. But don't worry, we can fix this. I have a little example of what I was showing you here, but we're going to go into more settings in the key light plugin. Drop the key light plugin over your footage, take the brightest area. HD Green Screen Man already showed you this. Go up here, change the view from final result to screen matte. Now, go into this screen matte settings down here, and clip black, turn up until your green screen is completely black. Bam, you can see just got rid of the shadow right there. Now, see, there's kind of, on my body, there's some black and gray parts, which is not good. I do not want that. My body needs to be completely white. Your subject needs to be white. Your background needs to be completely black. So now, drop the clip white until your entire body is white. Now, these settings are going to vary a lot with your setup, so just keep that in mind. So you can set the screen pre-blur up to about 1 or 0.5, whatever you want. And you can even go into the screen shrink right here and drop it about negative 0.5. And that really helps a lot if you're dealing with bad lighting. So when you're done with that, go back to View and change it to Final Result. And now, you can see, even though it was horrible lighting, there's a nice blank background. And you can add in a solid. Let's do white, just so you can see a bit of texture. I'll make this vignette type thing. And bam, you have a nice chroma key. So basically, this is a great way to fix any bad lighting or shadows or anything you come across. So, if you don't feel like spending the extra money on lights, this is a great solution for you. So, you just saw how to do it with cheap lights. Now, can you also do it with a cheap green screen? Well, yes, because green screens are actually just green cloth. So that means you can go to Walmart and get a green blanket or anything, or blue blanket or anything like that. But if you want to get an actual green screen, they're really expensive on TubeTape.com. Actually, I highly recommend, if you have the money, get one of the folding ones with a blue and a green screen on each side. Those are really good. But TubeTape.com has these, and they're really expensive. You can look on eBay. I found my 2 green screens for about $20. It's actually just one green screen that I cut up to put one on the floor and one behind me. And that was $20, and I've been using it for over a year. So, there's always a cheaper option. What do you guys think of the green screen special? And our first guest, the HD Green Screen Man. You can check him out in the links below, and tell me what you thought of this episode. Tune in next Friday for either a special on motion graphics, like title sequences and, well, motion graphics, title sequences, blood assets, things like that, pre-keyed effects. Or it will either be that or a brand new amazing F-sketch. I got one of my friends writing a great script, so we will just see what next week turns out to be. So tune in next Friday to find out. I'm Riley Main. Thanks for watching the second episode of Effecty Film Friday. See you guys later.